WICR.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Hey all, I'm Anthony Piero. You already know I got the latest Yankees news you want to hear. Get it all from the best inside source. We cover everything on the field and off. You don't want to miss a base. Only one way to keep up. Check out Piero's Power Play on Wednesdays at 2, only on
WICR.
Hello everyone, we're back. We're going to close out the show soon. And then as our final segment, we'll talk about something that still has to do with the Yankees. It's very interesting, actually. There's a cable dispute going on with Comcast, and some Yankee households, Yankee fan households, can't watch games this season because Comcast isn't carrying the Yes Network, which holds a majority, if not most, of Yankee home games and away games. They're not going to be able to listen to Michael Kay and Ken Singleton and sometimes O'Neill. But no, Comcast has been blacking out the Yes Network for quite some time. They haven't been able to find an agreement, which has made a lot of fans upset. They haven't been able to watch. Opening day is approaching. Millions of disenfranchised fans will likely be shut out of games for two of baseball's most storied franchises. The Dodgers are also facing similar problems with their network carrier. And with the battle of rising sports TV costs grinding on, the start of the season will be marked by big carriage standoffs for regional sports networks. The cable provider, Comcast, has not reached an agreement, is not looking to do so, and the blackout affects about 900,000 Comcast subscribers who live in New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. Under its old contract, Comcast was guaranteed the lowest price because of a so-called most favored nation clause. It wants to continue that even though it lost its title as the biggest pay TV provider to the combined AT&T DirecTV. Yes turned up the heat earlier this month with an ad campaign encouraging fans to dump Comcast and switch to rival providers like Verizon Fios and DirecTV. However, there are a lot of people who find themselves in regions where they can't get anything but Comcast. So the Yankees are going to lose some numbers in ratings, not by their own fault. They've got to find a deal soon. This can't drag on for the whole season because a lot of people, guess what? If they're not going to be able to get their Yes games, their Yankee games on Yes, if they're not going to watch them online for an extra fee when they're already paying for cable, where are they going to turn to? Oh, I know, SNY. Let's watch the other team. Let's watch the cross-rival Mets. And they don't want that. They really don't want. And the Mets have been playing good baseball as of recent years, obviously by their World Series run. But you don't want to lose your ratings to a cross-team rival, especially when these people are all Yankee fans. That's 900,000 subscribers being affected. Think about how many people are going to say, oh, I still want to watch baseball. I'm still a fan of the sport. Let's watch Mets games instead. That's dangerous for the team and their ratings. They don't really want that. That's a lot of politics involved in that situation. But Time Warner Cable has to come to an agreement here, and Comcast. The Yankee games have been blacked out on Comcast since November amid a carriage dispute with 21st Century Fox. And it's interesting to see how this is going to go. They declined comment. You can follow along with this story on the New York Post. It's interesting to see what's going on there with this. But these are two major teams in the MLB, some of the richest franchises, and a lot of their fans. They're recognized across the globe. Anybody walking down the street will recognize an LA Dodgers cap or a Yankee cap. Can't watch the games at home. How are you going to watch them? There's many illegal streaming websites. It's just bad for the company. It's bad for the sport. And if it was up to me, I'd go to every Yankee game I could. But the fact of the matter is that people don't have that kind of money, and it's a tight situation. Especially, like I said, if you're living in a Comcast region and you can only get that provider, it's difficult, especially if you don't want to drop your Comcast subscriptions for DirecTV, having been a Comcast subscriber for multiple years. It's a hard thing to watch. again, but it's fun to see that TV is once again playing a big role in getting a distribution out for sports. And the Yankees have been affected by this. It reminds me of when Fox was going through the dispute with MLB. Fox was going through a dispute with Cablevision a couple years ago, and we couldn't watch. I think that was in 2009 actually, and we couldn't watch some of the World Series games, and that was dangerous. And it's fun to see happen because usually the teams end up winning some sweet deals with these TV providers. So it's interesting to see what Comcast is going to do and how Yes Network is going to get the Yankees back on Comcast. So that's going to bring an end to our show. Hopefully by opening day they can figure this out. It's right around the corner. Monday is coming soon, April 4th. We've got the Yankees playing the Astros again in a 3-game series. After that, we're going out to Comerica Park to face the Dodgers, and then they're going on to Toronto, and they'll be back in New York April 15th for a weekend series against the Seattle Mariners. I'm going to go ahead and say the Yankees are going to win 2 out of the 3 against the Astros. It'll be a tight series in Detroit. It'd be fun to watch. A couple of day games. I'm going to give the Tigers some strength there. So I'm going to give the Tigers 2 out of 3. Toronto is not that good this year. Hopefully the Yankees can go for the sweep. I'm calling the sweep against the Blue Jays. And the Mariners home series, I'm going to go. That's a tough one to call too. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Yankees are going to win 2 of 3 out of that. So they're going to be 3, 2, 5, 10 games. Yeah, 9 wins by April 15th. I'm calling it. And we'll see how that turns out for them. So this has been Pairo's Power Play. I'm Anthony Pairo. I'll be here again next Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Remember to check us out on Twitter at Pairo Power Play, and also check out WICR1 on Twitter as well. This is Anthony Pairo. I'm signing off. Have a great week, everyone.